All right, what's up, everybody? Here we are again doing something a little bit different here. We got hopefully a quicker one. I got some feedback from some of y'all who watched our previous videos, and a lot of that feedback was, hey, maybe make them a little bit shorter, see what happens. So hopefully this is a shorter one. I might have to whittle it down in the editing room, see if we can make it a little shorter. It's not a big job, but it actually reminded me of something. These Subarus use a conventional belt tensioner right here for this guy. Let me see if I can point to that. You just screw it up and everything, but for the AC pulley, it is a stretch belt, and they do make a tool for it. And it's actually an easy process, but I have lent this tool out, and I get a phone call about how the heck do you use this? So that gave me kind of an idea, and the next time I saw one of these stretch belts, I was gonna try to make a video for it, because it's not hard, but it does take a little bit of maybe direction or guidance, and I just wanted to show y'all, because the first one I did a while ago was you use the Gates belt, or maybe it's the Mitsubishi belt that it comes with, and it comes with this terrible little cheesy tool, and it's plastic and it breaks. So I found this guy, and it's a pretty cool kit here. It doesn't come with any directions, so I think that's what the frustration is, but hopefully this video will direct you. This is made by CTA. You can barely see the label anymore, but it's made by CTA, and the part number is 1484. And it's a good little belt, good little kit. Like I said, it doesn't really come with instructions, so maybe this video will help some people who bought this tool and are wondering how to use it. It's a lot like the factory tool, I'm told, which is pretty nice, and even though it's not the thickest steel, it's still pretty durable and not as cheesy as the one that comes with some of the belt kits. All right, so the first thing you need to do, and let me see if I can get y'all in this. Let me see. The first thing we got to do is basically turn this crank bolt right here. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to block it off. Maybe I'll put a little mark there. Let me get a marker. There's four holes in this crank. Put that there. There's 4 holes. You can't really see them, but you want to put this one at about, let's say, 2 o'clock. I'm going to put a little dot there, maybe put a little dot there so you guys can see it. And if you'll imagine, since I can't really focus in on it, there is a dimple there, and that's where you want to put your crank at, around 2 o'clock on that dimple. And let me show you why, because this kit here comes with this, and this is going to go insert into that dimple and hold your alignment portion of it. If you guys have done stretch belts before, you probably wonder to yourself why the manufacturer decided to do that. They're just trying to save cost on the tensioner, or whatever it might be, save weight maybe. Like the Silverados, used to have that little tiny tensioner on the back side of them, and then they went to stretch, and everybody lost their mind. But let me show you how to do this, because I'm digressing, and I said I was going to make this a shorter video. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is get your belt. I like to use these Gates. They seem to be, and you can see it. They say stretch fit on them. They seem to be a really good belt here. So what you're gonna do. Let me see if I can get you closer. I don't know if this is gonna work. You're gonna drape your belt over your compressor, like so. Right about there. Looks pretty good. And then you're gonna get your tool that looks like so, and you're gonna install this part, this little tab up, your bolt hole down, like so. Like so. Hopefully y'all can see that. Then the kit comes with the little bolt. Clean out that hole that's right there. There's nothing in that hole, so it gets filled with grime and debris. Just spray it out with a little brake clean before you put it in. Your tool will thank you. And then you just kind of go in there like so. Grab your tightening device of preference and tighten it up. Tighten up that little bolt there. We're going to put that like so, and that there. The crank bolt, crank pulley bolt is a 22, and you're going to kind of index it so that that little mark is at about 2 o'clock or so, 45 degrees I think is what the manual says. Then you're going to grab your little device here. And it only goes one way. You can't really put it the other way unless you're really trying to not do it right. But yet this part goes like so, and it goes out because this is going to sit on the face of your crank pulley. All right, like so. And then the smaller leg is going to go into the face, or into that little hole that I was referring to. Make sure it does go in. Otherwise it's going to be rolling around like crazy. And that's another big advantage to this tool. The one that comes with the belt doesn't have that, and you kind of have to hold it in place while you're trying to rotate it and guide the belt at the same time. So that's pretty nice. And then get your ratchet there, and get ready to bar this over like so. If I remember correctly, actually before I do this, because another thing that has helped you is don't use a short socket like this. I'm just remembering from the last time I did this. If you use a short socket, the belt tends to slip over it, and it makes your job a lot more difficult. So let me go get an appropriate socket. All right, so we got a deep socket there, and then we're gonna put this on crank like so. Let me see if y'all can see that. I'm gonna have to move you guys a little bit here. Show you guys my setup here. Alright, so that's kind of where we're at. Zoom you guys in. Another thing that I've seen, sorry I'm getting everybody in the way here. Another thing that I've seen is put the belt, it's kind of intuitive but maybe not, put the belt over that socket, because it's going to actually be a pretty good lever and part of the turning process there. You'll see in a second. But that's kind of where you want your setup. That's all the pieces of the kit there installed. So I hope that kind of makes sense. You can see how that tool is sitting at about 2 o'clock there. You can put it a little bit lower, obviously, because it's going to start engaging a lot further as you crank. But gravity will take over and it'll kind of fall off. So that's kind of a happy medium there. But this is tight here, that's tight there, this is draped over there, that's there, and then you're just going to start at this point rotating, barring the engine over. Alright, let me see if I can put this somewhere where y'all can see it. Alright, so I kind of moved you guys around here, and I'm going to kind of be reaching around this camera, so excuse me if I look extremely clumsy doing this, but I'm actually reaching around the tripod right here. But this is where you kind of want to be to start off. And again, I'm going to try to not knock you guys over, because I am stepping over this tripod here, and trying to shine a light. That looks pretty good right here. How about that? If it isn't the light, it's the camera. So, all right, now that's gonna have to be the best of both worlds. Or let me grab another light. Yeah, let me grab another light. It's gonna be a lot better, I think. I just got this light back from getting fixed. These stream lights are good, but they're extremely fragile. Alright, so that's where you kind of want to be. At this point, we're going to start rolling the engine over and see if I can keep from knocking everything over. Alright, like so. This hose is in the way. I wish I was what you guys were. Let's see here. Nope. Alright, stay there. Alright. And then we're going to start rolling it over like so. And it starts to tension up around there. Another thing you guys have to watch for, you see how it's trying to spin there? Let me get around you guys again. You want to keep this, the ribs facing inboard, like so. And you just keep on turning, keep on turning. That, make sure everything is staying. You don't have to go nuts with this thing. It's not a race. You're gonna get it done in a timely manner anyway. So, but just little by little, keep making adjustments, and then don't let the see, there we go. Knocked you guys over again. I think most of the editing is gonna be me knocking the camera over or adjusting these lights, and then don't let the snap, crackle, and pop scare you. Just it kind of sitting in there. Like so. And then it kind of just snaps into place there. Keep rolling it over, obviously, because you want to make sure it's sitting in all the grooves. And it kind of likes to not sit in all the grooves, if you know what I mean. Especially back here, but you can keep rolling it. Just gonna get my tool out. Just apply a little pressure up here. You'll see it's just about to come all the way around. And if you do it right, think about what you're doing, you kind of get it all in one 360. Watch me not get it here. That's it. That's it. Now we're back to square one. You can pull your tool out. See how we're sitting like that. And the tool does kind of get abused. The tool does kind of get abused here. You can see it kind of gets chewed up, but I've had this one for a little bit now, and it holds up okay. As long as you don't put it in a real bind and just keep cranking it, it goes pretty good. So now you can just take your little bolt out of here, and don't leave this on there when you start the car. It won't sound good. And you're done. You can see it's all kind of right where we want it. It's in all the grooves right here, all the way around, and then on the crank, always, you know, feel in there and make sure it's not, because you don't want it to be sitting over one rib or under one rib and have it cut your brand new belt. But that's pretty much it. I might just roll it over a little bit more, but you're good. It's good like that. They're a little bit trickier than some of the other stretch belts, like the Fords and the Chevys that use them, but it's pretty much the same. The tool is just to help you get over this crank. But that's it. Alright guys, I hope that helped somebody out there. I appreciate you guys watching.